What's up? You're listening to another episode of our Journey of Love podcast. It's your girl, Ashley, and I'm here with the husband. What up, babe?
What up, though?
Listen, love's a trip. We went from being best friends to being husband and wife, and let me tell you, it's been a journey.
Tune in as we discuss our fun, inspiring, and at times challenging conversations. Whether you're single, dating, engaged, or married, this podcast is for you.
It's definitely for you, so let's take a ride on this journey. What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Ashley, and we're here with another episode of our Journey of Love podcast. As always, I'm here with the husband.
What up, though?
What's up, babe?
What up?
How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm here.
I'm glad you're here.
I'm a little tired.
You a little tired?
A little tired. I done cooked that 5-course meal. Don't look at me with that tone of voice. Don't look at me with that tone of voice. Don't do that.
Okay.
It was a 5 courses?
It was great.
Okay.
It's a great meal.
Mm-hmm.
You know it's the meal.
I was trying to see where you was going with that.
Okay, yeah.
You gonna leave it?
I'm full. Yeah, I'm full.
Next time, cook for yourself. You tried it. You tried it. Try my entire life.
I didn't.
You did.
I didn't.
You did.
I didn't.
But anyway, we're going to act right today.
We are.
Because we have a special guest in the house.
We do.
Yes, Mr. Nathan Cintron.
Hello.
Hi.
How you doing, man?
Good. How y'all doing?
Good,
I've been waiting on this for a couple of weeks. I've been waiting on this since I got the email. It was like, hey, man. And I usually don't, I have tons of DM. Like, you guys,
Right.
there's 99 plus. So when I finally saw it, I was like, well, he sent it like 2 weeks ago. Let me get that. And then I think he jumped in on the live. He said, sir, I sent you a DM. Can you please check it? I'm like, yeah. So finally we hooked up, but I'm so glad to be here.
Thanks. And you know what was crazy? It's like I watch you when you do your lives, and you said that you was like, man, my DMs are jumping, but I don't check them. So I was like,
because
okay.
I have to approve all of them. I don't just let anybody just, jump in my DM. So I have to approve each one so that I know, I'm kind of vetting the process, because I promise you, for every regular DM you get, there's about 5 people that have to deal with Forex or trying to make money or, can you cash at me? No, we're not going to do that today. So you have to vet all everything that you get. So yeah, by the time I saw yours, it was maybe a week since you had sent it. Let me get back to him.
Yeah, so I was like, let me just be smart and just talk to him now.
Yeah,
Say,
right.
Hey, man. Hey,
and
buddy.
that's what we were gonna do. I was gonna let you join the live, and then we were go back and forth. But I like this. I like the Zoom process.
Yeah, man. So thank you.
Yes, thank you. So for those of you who do not know, he is super, super funny. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
His Instagram page is official_Nathan_Cintron, Cintron. Okay.
Yes.
Listen, he is known. He is the host.
The whole
Host now for the Quiet Storm for Foodies.
Yes, you have just tuned into the Quiet Storm for Foodies.
I absolutely love this idea. Where did it start? What made you start and come up with this whole concept? Tell us.
So I started off on TikTok a year ago when the pandemic hit. Just like everybody else, let me see what this is about. I'm not gonna make it a big deal. So initially on TikTok, I joined TikTok and I was doing. Is that my child? I'm sorry. I was doing music, so I was singing on TikTok, and everybody was like, we ain't feeling that. So one day, I don't know if you're familiar with her. She's her name is There's Food at Home. Her name is August. So she did a video on TikTok of a $4 apple pie from the Dollar Tree.
Oh yeah,
So
I remember that one.
I jumped on it and it absolutely blew up. And so I went from 2,500 followers to 10,000 in a matter of a week.
Wow.
And then I was like, well, let me just, keep on reviewing food. And so that took me to about 226,000 followers on TikTok. So then Instagram was like, yo, we're not going to let TikTok beat us like this. We need to do something. And then they introduced Reels, and then they introduced Remix the Reels. And so I was like, well, you know what? In any kind of business, whenever somebody introduces something new, it's always best to jump on that thing when it's brand new because
Right.
you tend to become the face of whatever that is that they're doing.
Right.
And so I was like, I'm already doing it. I've already done TikTok. It's the same thing. And so I jumped on it. And then I think like my first or second video, someone was like, man, you sound like the Quiet Storm for Foodies, like in the comment. And so I was like, you know what?
That's not
And
it.
then the light bulb hit. And then, everybody loves food. Everybody loves good music. And when you put them together, and I'm surprised nobody's put them together before, but I was blessed to do it. And here we are, 60,000 followers later. And it's only been a month and a half that I've been grinding on Instagram. So that's how it happened.
Dang, that's a lot of followers in a short time frame.
Right.
That's because
Absolutely.
people
I
like
mean,
to
when
eat.
it took off real quick. I was pretty surprised. And then, you get your ups and downs, and now it's more so trying to maintain it, and you get a lot of unfollows with the follows. So you have to kind of you have to manage it now. So
Right.
Okay. Do you feel the pressure that I have to constantly put out content?
no, it's easy. It's probably the easiest. I mean, the
Because you
hardest
have the
part is
following
probably
now.
yeah. Well, I mean, even then, the hardest part is really actually finding a good song. Because once you find a good song, it don't matter. It don't matter what kind of food is showing up. Everybody's thinking about the song and what they were doing the last time they heard that song. And so just putting good food to it, it's just like, okay, you know what? All right. And so, no, that's the hardest part. But I have it's crazy because a lot of people jump in and say, hey, look, what do I need to be, to be featured on the Quiet Storm for Foodies? And it's easy, but not everybody kind of does the requirements. All I ask is you do a reel 30 seconds, because I don't have 60 seconds available yet on IG, and just tag me. And so sometimes like your food don't look too good, so I'm not gonna even put you out there like that. So I got to be mindful of that. But I still have over 100 requests in my private DMs that are like, hey, what about this? What about this? So I get sent videos every single day. And then I think what really took off, it wasn't even the Quiet Storm for Foodies. This is when I started doing Cooking with White People.
Yes.
When I started doing Cooking with White People, everybody's like, this is the funniest thing since I don't know when. And I couldn't, and it's so much that they want to hear that more than they want to see the Quiet Storm for Foodies. So I have to kind of give them best of both worlds. And then people were like, well, those people. They were like, well, why you got to talk about white people like that? Well, so it was, if it was a black person, you wouldn't do the same thing. And so then I had to reintroduce the Ancestors Are Weeping. So that's a newer one.
I haven't seen that one.
I mean, yeah, you haven't seen that one? Yeah. I take it from the hymnal, Wade in the Water. So ancestors weeping, Jesus, ancestors weeping, somebody messing in the kitchen. That's and you won't see it that much because it ain't too many times that black people will mess up food, just playing around like that.
Right.
And so when I do see it, I'll jump on it. But we're here now.
Yeah. Because I did see when you did one of your lives, and you was talking about people was voicing their concern about cooking with white people,
right?
And you was like, if you don't like it, don't follow me. But one individual was like, I don't like it, but I still like your content.
Correct, so, and that's fine. You know what? And that was a light in my head because for a moment I was like, well, maybe I should stop doing Cooking with White People, because the people that were close to me from TikTok, they were like, some of your biggest supporters are white people. And I kind of took that, like, are you really coming at me like that? Like, we're supposed to be tight, and you're coming at me like, it's a joke, it's funny,
right?
But you're coming at me sideways. And so I felt some type of way about it. But when that person made the comment, look, I may not agree with you, but I'm here for your content. I still love your content. That let me know that I can still do Cooking with White People. It doesn't really matter, because people are going to still watch it, even if they're going to watch the other content, even if they don't agree with that specific type of content.
Right. And the Cooking for White People that's just more so based off what their lack of seasoning, and they just cook differently from us.
Yeah. You would think. I mean, they took all of our cultural stuff, so you would think they would have took cooking, and they didn't take cooking. So they took everything else. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't take the seasoning. They didn't take nothing. And you're like, well, what are y'all doing? Like, you can't even get that right.
Right.
So let me ask you a question. Can you cook yourself?
I can cook a little bit.
A
I
little
cook.
bit.
I'm Puerto Rican, so I cook a lot of Spanish food. Rice and beans, baked chicken, stuff like that. When I do cook soul food, it's Thanksgiving,
Okay.
Christmas,
Mm.
and stuff like that. But my wife does all of the cooking. So like, if I cook, then it's something rare. But I like eating.
Yeah.
So.
So, what is your favorite dish like to eat?
Favorite dish is always Thanksgiving. It's always the mac and cheese, the greens, the yams, the hams,
Yes.
Soul
just the
food.
soul food. Soul food
Mhm.
is just my 1-2 spot.
Okay.
I can eat that all day, but I'm glad I don't because it would be bad.
It would be.
It will for you. What's your favorite food, babe? You can
know,
share
I
with
like-
the people.
My favorite is probably just baked chicken and some macaroni and
Nah,
cheese.
that's the wrong answer. You should have said your food, babe. That's the best food I like to eat. Your food,
He's
whatever
so
you cook.
He's so
She
boring.
know I love her food. She know
I be getting
eat it.
fancy in the kitchen every once in a while. When I have time,
Listen,
I'll show out.
she is the house chef around here. I mean, you
We
name
get
it.
homemade bread.
We watching
Yes.
all the
Homemade
Chef
cakes.
Ramsay shows,
Yeah, I be getting ideas.
all the cooking channel shows. I mean, the contest, all of it. She's watching it.
Listen, because food is a whole love language. Okay.
Yes, it is. Absolutely.
It's a whole love language. Like,
Absolutely.
everyone keeps saying it's 5, it's really 6. Food is the 6th
Food.
love language. It's there. And so, I show my love and appreciation for y'all through my food.
Yes. I
Even my
appreciate
son,
that.
when he was a baby, he was getting homemade baby food.
Wow.
All y'all spoiled. All of y'all.
We appreciate that.
Homemade pasta, salmon Wellington.
Mm-hmm.
All that.
That tastes good. I would love that. Wow. You are blessed beyond measure.
I
sir.
am, man. I can't deny that.
He can cook a little bit too.
Yeah?
Yeah, I do a little.
What's your favorite dish to cook?
Oh,
I
don't know.
Baked chicken.
Yeah.
no, that's not my favorite dish to cook though. That I take pride in.
Your banana pudding.
Yeah, but my banana pudding,
It's good.
my sweet potato pies.
Now, do you use the quick mix for your banana pudding, or you do it? Okay, I just had to ask because I saw by the look on your face, like, bro, what?
He
Quick
make
mix?
his own custard.
Yeah,
Okay,
scratch.
custard. All right, because I posted some videos of the quick mix, and people were like, that is not banana pudding. That is, and so I was like, hey, I got to show everybody's way of cooking it. If you like it or not, then that's on you.
Yeah, they tried. I mean, I've had it before, but
And you ate it.
I've ate it.
Mm-hmm.
But
Was it good?
It's not the same.
It's not the
It's
same.
not the same.
It's not the same.
No, it's not the same.
But he's a really good griller. I can't grill for the sake of my life, but he can handle the grill well.
You got to know how to grill.
Yeah, I
You have to.
can't.
I think
I
that's
don't
just
even
a-
touch it. I would. The last time even the little lighters. What's the little lighters with the button? You know what I'm talking about?
Mhm, the little.
I don't even fool with that because the last time I did that, just trying to light a candle, I set my nail on fire. So we just not. We not messing with charcoal
Poor
and
nail.
matches and all that. That's just too much. It's too much for me.
Wow.
But when it comes to grilling, that is not something that you can just do 1 or 2 times and be like, oh, I got it.
You got to learn. That's something that's got to be learned.
Right.
I ain't got it.
A whole lot of trial and error, skill.
Some crying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, some burnt food. That's part of it, man.
So tell me, do you have any like special memories related to food? Like when you was growing up, did your parents cook something special? Or
My parents didn't cook nothing. My grandmother. It was my grandmother. I lived in Jersey till I was about 7 before we moved to Florida, and then that's when we stopped eating my grandmother cooking. So grandmother's like full blown Puerto Rican. Both my parents, grandparents, everything. So the way that she used to cook her rice, the way that she used to cook her chicken, and those Puerto Rican delicacies, those were one of the things that I miss. So one of the things, they're called pastelillos, and it's a kind of like a pastry almost kind of meal, but it has meat and everything is cooked, and you like wrap it in a flour kind of a leaf or something, and you freeze it. Oh, but the only time I can get it now is on Christmas, and then my mom has to get it from one of the old saints at church because She doesn't know how to cook it. Well, she probably does, but it ain't the same way. There's like, it has to be at least 80-plus-year-old woman that has to cook this to make it taste right. No,
that's the requirement.
I'm serious. Yeah, that's the requirement. If she's not 80 plus,
it's not gonna be right.
I don't want it. Okay, I don't want it. So and so my mom, when we get down there for Christmas, she has it frozen or she's picked it up and then I eat it every Christmas. But that's what reminds me of my grandma, because my grandmother used to make that all the time. And so that's just one of the memories that I have of food, that specifically.
Nice. I've never heard of that.
Now, look, let me tell you, I didn't learn how to eat. It wasn't until I met my wife and her family and my Black friends that I started eating fish. And that was, I'm serious. I was about in my 20s before I started eating all that.
Really?
What?
Yes. I was a late bloomer when it comes to soul food.
Wow.
And so, yeah, like my first one, I think I was like 19. My friend Clyde took me to somebody's house for a fish. And he's like, "You want a fish sandwich?" And I was like, "A fish sandwich? What?" And so, you put the fish on top of two pieces of white bread, throw some hot sauce on it. I was like, "What is this? Like, why do you?" And like, "Man, just have it." And once I had that, it was a wrap. That's it. I'm like, you know what? I'm okay. We cool now.
Right.
And so I didn't learn a lot of soul food stuff until I was, a little bit older. But yeah.
Well, God bless you.
Let me. I got to ask you this, because my husband and I, we grew up in Memphis.
Mm-hmm.
So have you had fried catfish with spaghetti and coleslaw and that piece of white bread on the side? Have you had?
Yes.
That? Okay.
Yes.
What are your thoughts?
Yes. Spaghetti's not my thing. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm not, and I don't know why. Maybe I have PTSD concerning spaghetti. There's a lot of foods that I'm very vocal about that I don't like. I do like spaghetti, avocado. I don't like avocado for some reason. I don't know why. And mangoes. I don't. I think they try to force feed it to me, and I was like, you know what? This is not what I'm not about this life. But yes, I have tried it with spaghetti and coleslaw.
He said he's not about that mango life. He was upset about that.
Yeah, he said, "I'm not about that mango life."
I'm not about that mango life, because Hispanics eat mango like it's candy. So
right.
So have you traveled anywhere like outside of the U.S. where you just found their food to be just absolutely phenomenal?
You'll be surprised, but Dubai has a lot of good food.
Yes.
Dubai
He's been there. He left me.
Amazing food. Like they got a gyro for everything. You want lamb? We got a gyro for that. You want turkey? We got a gyro. All the food there is absolutely amazing. Another place I went to was Spain, Malta, Spain. Mm-hmm. They have amazing food, but you just you can't ask what is this that I'm eating, because then that'll kind of throw you off. So you just have to eat it and be like, okay, it looks like chicken. And so I'm gonna try it. And then the last place, I think Thailand. Thailand had amazing food also. Mm-hmm.
So I haven't had the opportunity to go to Asia. I know my husband's been to Dubai. 2-3 times?
Twice. I've been to Dubai twice.
He tried to take me one time, but I was pregnant. I'm like, I'm not going to the desert with my big belly and be hot the whole time.
It would have been a great experience. You could stay at the water park all day.
No, man, that would have been horrible. So that would have been absolutely horrible.
If we could skip the 15-hour flight and just be there.
Right. Yeah.
It would have been all right. She would have loved it.
We can go when this Rona get under control.
Yes, when it gets right.
But I know I ain't gonna speak for us, but I know for me, when we went to Greece was by far the best food I have ever tasted overseas in my life. Like everything. I don't care if it was a salad. I mean, everything was just amazing.
Yeah, everything hits different overseas. It's just not the same kind of the same kind of seasoning. It's totally different over there. They just, you pretty much indulge in whatever that culture is and whatever the seasonings they use, and it's totally different from our American standards.
Totally. Even their McDonald's tastes different. We had to get McDonald's one time. Not in Greece, when we was in Venice. We had to get McDonald's because the restaurant had closed because we was out too late. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember now. You know what was shocking that was real good when we went to Paris and their fried chicken was good.
Oh yeah, so my husband and I found a fried chicken shack in the middle of Paris. I kid you not, totally random. We were just out walking and was like, "Yo, they got fried chicken and French fries. Let's go see what it's like."
Wow. No, don't get us wrong. We were skeptical now. We
were.
So it tasted good?
It was good. It was good. I was surprised. I was very, very surprised. But yeah, I would say. Would you say Greece was the best we've had of all the places?
Yeah, I believe so.
Well, see, he got us a private chef like our first day in Greece,
Hmm.
which let me tell you something. It was a
Oh
little,
man, that was great.
it was great. It was a little sketch show. It was a little sketch
Oh
because
Lord.
we.
The
let me
way the
say,
whole process of trying to get there.
Right.
yeah, because so we got the taxi, whatever. We had booked it on some like app, like a local app or something that they have where you can book different things when you go out of town. And so we get in the taxi, we tell the man the address, and so we pull up, and the taxi driver went through me. He was like, "Is this the right spot?" And I was like, "Yeah, this look a little sketched." On. I'm like, "See, I watched so many movies for this." I said, something about to happen." See, I don't like this. I don't like this already. So it was a guy waiting on the the sidewalk. It's like, "Hey, are you here for dinner?" We're like, "Yeah." And the whole time I'm like, "Man, I'm gonna have to fight for my life. I don't like the way this is going."
I'm about to scoop y'all up.
Right.
So I need Liam Neeson because this is about to be a whole situation over here. But it ended up being really nice. Because the elevators, are really small
Yeah,
over
real small
there.
elevator.
So he was like, "Well, y'all can go ahead out to the roof," and I was like, "You about to send us to some trouble?" So all I know, I'm shifting stuff, and I'm like trying to go with the plan because he got this nice little plan. I'm like, I don't know. But we got up there. It ended up being really, really nice. The chef was really nice. Couldn't speak a lick of English, which was the reason the other guy was there to kind of translate between
Right.
the two of us. Everything was so fresh. His family owned a farm, I believe, and a lot of the ingredients were from his family farm. He cooked it right there in front of us. And we had at the rooftop, it was a nice overview of Athens. So it ended up being a really nice night, even though I was
Oh,
like,
y'all were in Greece.
Yeah, we was in Greece.
Okay. Yeah.
So it ended up being really, really nice. The food, like I said, it was fun. I mean, and the fish was cooked so simply, but it was just falling off the bone. It was amazing. Absolutely amazing. So if anybody's listening about this whole Greece experience, just go to Greece. Go to Greece.
Just go to Greece. Go now.
I'm gonna find the chef's name because they end up being really, really nice. I think that was the first time we ever talked about race relations too outside of the U.S. because they were just genuinely curious about how blacks are treated over here.
I hope you told them the truth.
I did. We went into a whole, and I appreciated their curiosity instead of just their assumptions.
Right.
So it ended up being, like I said, really, really nice night. Good food, good conversation. We was there for a long time.
We was.
Because it ended up being a really nice conversation.
I think by the time we left, the sun was down.
Oh, it was down. It was dark.
Yeah, it was dark.
We was like in the hood of Athens. We was like, all right, let's go back to the touristy part. Get me back to my hotel.
Yeah. But when you go overseas, you typically get the good food where the locals are.
Right.
That's true.
So it's kind of, I know some people, it's sketchy trying to do that, but yeah, you gotta.
Because they know you don't belong there. They're looking like, oh, they got money. No,
right. Do your research.
No, I don't. I don't have that.
I don't know. Well, I think I did have good food. I don't know if you've been on the when in Dubai they do sand duning. It's like a tour where you do sand duning and you're going up and down sand and you do a camel ride. But after the camel ride, they have a dinner prepared for you in this like big old tent. Now that was some fire food.
I've done that. The last time I did they had the little dancers and had the little shops. Yeah, I did that. It was good.
A whole vibe, huh?
Yeah, it was a whole
vibe. Absolutely.
I'm over here hate like whole vibe.
They give you straight coconut off the tree, chopping it down. And,
yep.
Yeah, it was a whole vibe. You're like, I want to go back so bad. Really, it's been over 5 years. 5+ years. We wasn't married yet, so yeah, it's been 5+ years since I've been the last time. But yeah, I'm just eager to go back, and I want her to go back so she can just experience. Because when you see it on the TV and the movies and stuff,
it's not the same. No,
it's not the same. It does,
and it changes.
Right.
It changes every time you go. Like when I was in the military, I've been at least 5 or 6 times, and so excuse me. Every time we went, it looked totally different. You're like, this is not the same city, but the water park was the same. All the malls looked the same. But they would change the landscape all the time.
Yeah, they constantly building over there. I can't even imagine what it looked like now, and I haven't been in 5 years.
Yeah.
I thought it was, immaculate then. Go back now and be like, wow.
Well, I'm ready.
Like, wow.
Hello, I'm ready.
You ready? Okay, I'm ready.
That's hint.
I've been ready. I've been ready. So Nate, I just want to let you know that I like the fact that you show the videos on how to make certain items, or desserts and food and recipes. I think that was pretty cool, and I actually did one of them.
You did? Which one?
Why you laughing?
I ain't saying nothing.
Did you notice she laughed when I said the peach pastry?
Yes.
Yes, I did that.
And how did it turn out?
Pretty good.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let me ask her. How did it turn out?
No, it wasn't bad. Mm-hmm. It wasn't bad. I just gave him a few baker's tips for the next time.
She said that. She said the same thing you said in the video.
Yeah, 'cause I didn't even know.
Water?
I didn't. I'm just now hearing that he got this from a video you watched. I just know he was in the kitchen one night, and I was like, and I saw what he was doing. I said, well, he didn't seen this somewhere, but I didn't know it was on your page, so now I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the way he was crimping
like
stuff.
Water? I thought it was like a butter or something that you put to. I didn't
it's
know
either
it was
an egg yolk or he just takes some water
egg
just
yolk,
to seal it. Yeah. So
I'm glad that turned out good.
It did.
Look, maybe I need to put a disclaimer. Like, do not blame me if this food does not turn out the way that you see on this video. I am not responsible.
The only one I was skeptical on was the one you said. When she went to the dollar store and bought the apple pie.
Yeah, the 4 ingredients.
Yeah.
Oh, look, let me tell you something. That was the first time I ever cooked and eaten apple pie. The first time I've ever eaten it is the first time I made it. And I was like, and I did it on a live first before I came back. Cause like, you gotta make a video.
Right.
And so I did it on TikTok live and I was doing it. People were like, no, you got to use the crumble. And they had me stressed out. I was like, I'm never doing this. You know what I'm saying? Cause you had your cooks on there like, no, you're doing it wrong.
Right.
And so once I did it the first time, the second time around, they were like, you need to do it again, but film it. So that's what the video that you saw was the second time around.
Oh, okay.
I went to the Dollar Tree, got everything, and I cooked everything, put it in 3 parts, and the rest was history. But yeah, that was the first time ever making any kind of baked goods and eating apple pie in my whole entire life.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know. I like me some apple pie, but
oh yeah,
dollar store
is
apple
delicious. Pie? Yes, you would. Yeah, man. Look, I'd try that next. I promise you, it would change your life.
Right.
Put some good vanilla ice cream on that bad boy while it's still hot, and you'd be like, you know what? Nate was right.
Nate was right.
Yeah, Nate was right.
All right, you gonna try that?
I might.
Okay.
I might. I tried this one, so I think it turned out pretty good. Had some French vanilla ice cream and had
a little caramel sauce and stuff.
Yeah, see,
he did good. Because I don't even like peaches, so for me to eat it, he did good. And I don't like fruit, and I really don't like cooked fruit. So I was like, why are you giving me this? You know I don't eat this. But I was like, oh, okay.
Just try it, baby. Just try it.
Right.
Just try it.
Right. I mean, look, if she can eat it, I know it's gonna be
all
good.
right.
Yeah.
You did all right. Yeah.
And then next thing I know, I seen what was it? Maybe the next day or 2 days later, there's a small bowl and what she didn't went in and got. I was like, it was good.
Spying on me. Why are you spying on me? You looking all in the sink.
That was Eat with Zoe. I believe Eat with Zoe was the one who did that because then he came back around and he did an app, the same one but with apples.
I see the apples.
That's Eat with Zoe. Yeah.
Okay.
Amazing chef.
So let me ask you. So what do you do? Because I know earlier you mentioned that some dishes just aren't up to par, so to speak. So what do you do if someone just keep contacting you with that?
I don't respond.
One dish.
That's the good thing about having to accept somebody's. You can read it, but they won't say that it's read until you actually accept the message.
Right.
So if I don't accept the message and I just look at it like no thank you, and I do it a lot. I'll watch it like no, I don't like that, and then I'll keep it there if I need to go back into find something on those off days.
Okay.
Interesting. You gonna send him a video
of what?
Whatever you make. We gonna see if yours make the cut.
And I get
all that pressure.
I get that a lot. Like they'll be like, oh, you did so. Look, I got this. There's several people that have like they continually send me like, hey man, I tag you in some. You ain't got to you ain't got to do a video to it, but I just want to let you see it. And if you feel like you got to, you can do it, just go ahead and do it. And so sometimes I don't want to say it's a mercy video, but it's just so that like, okay, I see, I've seen your video. You know what I'm saying? Here's a little, boost or whatever. Because I'm all about boosting up the chefs that are still coming up. If you notice the chefs that I deal with, there's maybe one or two that are over 100,000. That's Kimmy Creations, and maybe one other person. But everybody else is starting from the ground up. So if I can put my 60,000 eyes on their video, that helps them to grow, like the Chef Candace's and Eat with Zoe, Food with Zach, and these are my people. So I try to, because it kind of seems like I got my favorites, which I do. I do got my favorite because they cook the best.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
They cook the best.
Right.
But I try to boost them as much as I can because I want them to grow also. And it also gets reciprocated. And so, what I'm saying, I would want somebody to be like, no, y'all need to go follow Nate because he's funny. Or what I'm saying, because I expect that. If I'm helping you out, you should be reciprocating that also. Absolutely. So, but then there's other people that I do have fun with. I like the Ians, which I do Cooking with White People all the time because I like him because he's like out there, like he's very extra. And so when I do hit videos with Ian, the pasty white boy, he's already exuding that kind of like crazy mentality. So it's easy. He's already verified. So he knows how to bring in the views. He knows that being extra brings in views, being controversial brings in views. And so I just follow that. And that's why people like, why do you always, why do you always duet him or remix his reels? Because he's already had the followers. He's already has the views. And I'm just piggybacking off of that. Don't get it twisted. I may look old and bearded and but I got a good marketing mind, and I know that drama sells, controversy sells, being extra sells. And so if you're jumping on top of that and kind of coattailing it, it's just a matter of time before those views continue to kick in.
Right.
And ultimately everybody just wants to be successful. Right. Everybody wants to be successful. And so it's just a matter of doing what you have to do, doing the grind that you have to do in order to do that. If I see somebody where I want to be and they're only doing one video a day, y'all, I do 8 to 10 videos a day.
Wow. Monday
through Friday. Easy. I'll do 4 in the afternoon, and then late at night for the Quiet Storm, I'll do another 3 or 4 or 5, and 8 to 10, because you're not gonna outwork me. Period.
Ooh, look at he.
Listen, he dropping social media gems. Let me go ahead and write this down.
Corner like
Yeah, and I think a lot of people, there's been people who have crossed over to TikTok, and those TikTok numbers, they don't transfer well to Instagram, because Instagram it's a whole different organism. It's a whole different algorithm, and they did that specifically to combat the TikTok, because people would bring their TikToks over to Instagram, and then that's all you would see. And then they said, nope, we're not prioritizing people that still have that TikTok watermark. So you're gonna have to go in the app. And I try to tell people, when some of the people that are verified on TikTok, like, look, drop the watermark, go organically into Reels, and you will succeed, because you're already doing the grind. You're already doing 4 or 5 videos like on TikTok, and they refuse to listen. And that's why they stay where they're at. And that's why they keep on. Look, don't DM me no more if you're not willing to listen to the advice that I give you.
Right.
Because I've been trying to help you from the jump.
Right.
And so that's why I'm always transparent about everything social media. I was transparent about a live a couple of days ago about the difference between the TikTok Creator Fund and going live on IG. I go over to TikTok and let them know, look, go live on IG. If you have the badges feature, it's the easiest $500 you're going to make in a month. All you have to do is be live for 15 minutes, 1 time a week for 4 weeks, and you get yourself $500 that Instagram pays you. And that's not counting all the badges that people, may purchase for you or gift you. And nobody wants to listen. So it just goes back to saying, like, when something new pops up or when a company does something new, you have to be the one to jump on it so that you become the face. And so while they start to catch up and we're getting in full motion here and the Quiet Storm is moving and Cooking with White People is moving, you could have had the chance to be in the same place I was at, and I tried to bring you up with me, but you didn't want to listen. And so now you're trying to make your way up when I'm already up. So
He said, I'm already here.
Right.
I tried.
And it's
I
up.
told
and
y'all.
It's up,
Right.
And it's up.
And it's
Yes.
It is up.
I love that. I love that you are providing, a platform for chefs, up and coming chefs. I think that's
Right.
great. I think it's always good to just reach back out to, your community and just help them along the way any way that you can.
Right.
Some people just aren't receptive to help. Ain't much you can do about it. You can offer it, and they say no. Keep on going. Keep on trucking.
Absolutely. I think that's with anybody successful. You would want to. What's the point of keeping everything to yourself?
Right.
You're just miserable. There's no sense of keeping all the secrets to yourself and all what to do. It just shows that you're greedy and you're not willing to help the people to get to where you're at. That helped you
Right.
when you were making your way up.
Right.
So,
Right. I agree. But not everyone has that mindset. That's for sure.
absolutely.
They get it. They like, well,
Right.
I don't know nothing about that. I'm up here, so I don't know. And that's sad.
What's good is that you're already doing the reels, because what I guess aggravated me was the Instagram changed their algorithm.
Yeah.
And I think that upset a lot of people, because I watch a lot of YouTube,
Mhm.
and I watch more YouTube probably than television, but
That's true.
it was so many content creators that are on YouTube that were just upset about the change with the algorithm. Now you got to do the reels and everything, and a lot of them that I follow are photographers, and so you put out a picture, it's like
You get nothing.
nothing.
You get nothing.
Nothing.
You get nothing. But that's the thing. Instagram they were about to go bankrupt. They were about to go down because TikTok was the easiest way to get followers. It was organic. Somebody said it like this. They said Instagram at the time were like for rich people. They were bougie. And TikTok
Mhm.
was like for the people. Like anybody can get it on any day. Anybody can go viral. And a lot of people did. And they try to bring that same mentality to Instagram. And Instagram was like, well, what, it's time to move from this. And that's why they made videos a priority now and put photography into the background, because you have to adapt. You have to grow with
Right.
what's working.
Right.
And if you don't, you're doomed to fall. You're doomed to fail. And YouTube, although YouTube is better at paying people their money when it comes to content, that's why they had to add shorts too. You notice everybody
Right.
added
Yep.
the short term, the 50 seconds, 30 seconds. Everybody had to add it because TikTok was taking all the platforms by storm and nobody knew what to do with it. And so you have to adapt. That's in any kind of business. You have to adapt to what's going on. And if you don't adapt, then you're destined to fail. And so now a lot of people, because they don't know how to adapt, they don't know how to grow with the platform. Now you see them kind of falling by the wayside because, at first people were like, you need to do 3 IGTVs a day, 2 reels,
Mhm.
1 post. And that's not what happened. All I did was reels. If I could show you my dashboard, all I have is reels. That's where I gain all of my followers is from reels. I didn't have to do IGTV unless I wanted to. I didn't have to do like 3 or 4 posts because I didn't want to. All I did was reels, and that's where I gained most of my following. So a lot of gurus say you got to do this, do this. No, just do what is working for you. If doing just reels is working for you and you're gaining the following, just do reels. If you feel like you need to add something to that, then go ahead and add to it. There's a couple IGTVs where they were longer than 60 seconds. And I just added people are like, hey, do this. And so I'm like, okay, I'll do it. But it's going to be 3 minutes of you just listening to my commentary.
Right.
And they like that. So, what am I going to say? No. And so you just have to adapt to, so you got to kind of sort of listen to what the people want, but not like totally like full blown go into what they like, because they will steer you wrong.
Mhm.
People are fickle. People are so
Oh, man,
fickle.
are
Very.
they?
One day they'll be like, oh, I enjoy something. Then the next day you come up with cooking with white people and they'll follow you. So it is what it is.
Speaking of that, we saw you had the shirts made.
Yes.
Yes. It's up in the store for my Shopify. And this is where I get weary from, like, especially when it comes to merch, because people will be like, yo, where's the merch? Where's the merch? Where's the merch? Can we get some merch? Immediately no. Cooking with white, can we do that? And then when you put the merch out, And you look on the store, it's like, okay, there's nobody visiting. So, I don't know if it's just a process. Do I have to advertise it again? I probably have to advertise it again.
Yes.
But a lot of times people are fickle with the merch too.
Yes.
Like, if they want it, they'll get it. And so I've learned that, very quickly.
Yeah, I've learned that too. It's like,
but it is up. It's up for sale. The shirts are up, and the same guy that did the Cooking with White People shirts is working on, I think, the Ancestors Are Weeping and Immediately Know, because those are two also ones that people are like, you need to work on that.
I was just about to say that. I was about to say, what about the Immediately Know? I like that.
Immediately Know. Mm-hmm. And it's funny, like, people are like, where did you get that from? I got that from, who did I get that from? Oh, Justin Bieber. I don't know if you've seen the car karaoke where Justin Bieber was with one of the late night talk shows, and the guy was singing, and Justin Bieber like, immediately no, don't do that. So,
I didn't see that.
I'm sure he didn't copyright it, but I'm gonna go ahead and take it and roll with it.
He was just saying this to be saying it.
Yeah,
he was just saying this to be saying it, but that's how people feel sometimes. Like, you know what? Let's just stop.
Right.
Immediately stop what you're doing. So. But yeah, those two are on the way too.
I love it. I definitely want to Immediately Know. So yeah, I'll be watching to see when that one launches. Because I think I've used this in our conversation sometimes.
Yeah.
Whenever you say something, I'm like, immediately now. Absolutely not. I love that. I love that phrase. So I got a little food quiz for you. You ready?
Okay. Yep.
Right. What unhealthy food do you love the most? Besides soul food.
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
Oh.
Taco Bell.
Really?
I haven't had Taco Bell in years.
I can eat it every day.
I mean, is there a bad stigma when it comes to Taco Bell, do you think?
I don't know. People be like, it ain't real tacos. It ain't real Mexican food. I don't care. It tastes good to me. I like the tacos. You know what I'm saying? I'm a man of habit, and, I get the same thing every time. So if it's not 3 taco supremes with a bean burrito and a drink, then it's going to be a Crunchwrap Supreme. Those are the only 2 menu items that I get at Taco Bell.
I make my version of the Crunchwrap Supreme at home.
Yes.
I call it a Mexican sandwich in our house. I'm like, you want a Mexican sandwich?
Have you seen the Chick-fil-A Crunchwrap version that's going on the internet?
No.
Yes. You put the macaroni and cheese, some the chicken
tenders or something.
Yes, man. If I see it, I'm a put it up on Instagram. If I see it, I'm gonna show everybody.
Macaroni
but yes,
and the cheese.
I haven't even had the mac and cheese from Chick-fil-A.
I haven't either.
Oh man,
have you had
good.
it?
It's good. Yes.
Is it? Okay.
Yes. Immediately, yes.
Yes. Okay, I'm gonna trust you because I feel like I'm a macaroni and cheese connoisseur.
Okay, no, don't get it twisted. There's still white people mac and cheese, okay? There's still white people mac and cheese. This is not, but it's still good. It has, it's decent.
Good. Yeah, because we had about 4-5 cheeses in ours. We gotta have a little smoked Gouda and some Monterey and some other stuff.
I make 2 different versions of macaroni.
Then we gotta cook some bacon and drizzle that on top. We gotta be real extra with ours.
Let me ask you a question. Have you guys watched High on the Hog on Netflix?
Yes. I watched 2 episodes. I haven't watched all of them. I watched them. Mm-hmm.
You haven't watched? Okay. So
have I seen
2 episodes?
No, you don't be watching food shows.
Okay. I think it's either episode 3 or 4 because there's only 4 episodes. They talk about the original mac and cheese.
Uh-huh.
You have to watch it.
Okay.
Because all the stuff that we put in the mac and cheese, this black chef, I'm not going to tell you everything, but he was a black chef for, I believe it was either Thomas Jefferson. It was Thomas Jefferson. I think his name was James Henning.
Okay. He
was the one. Thomas Jefferson took him when he was young over to Europe. That's where he learned how to do the mac and cheese. But when you see how they do the mac and cheese, you'd be like, wait a damn minute. They did not put anything in this mac and cheese, but something that they did was they boiled the noodles with milk, half milk and half water.
Huh.
And I've never seen that like
ever.
What? Ever. And so when you get a chance this weekend or whenever you get a chance, finish watching that show. I think it's episode 4. It was the last episode, but it was very rich in history. They talked about the mac and cheese, the oysters in New York. Oh, that show was amazing.
Yes. Okay. I'm gonna check that out. Are you gonna actually watch it with me?
I will.
Okay. This guy. So okay. So what's your favorite drink?
My favorite drink, water.
Mine too. What's yours, babe?
I don't know. I like tea. Okay, there you go.
Like tea?
I like tea.
He's more of a what you be drinking? Green tea?
I drink a lot of green tea.
Green chai?
Yeah, green tea.
Nasty.
I can't just drink green chai.
Nasty.
With the honey and ginseng in it.
That's good with the ginseng in it.
Yeah. I don't want that. What's your favorite restaurant? Not fast food, but just like sit down.
Oh, restaurant. There's a restaurant here in Jacksonville called the Soul Food Bistro. That's my favorite one here. If we're talking about like major chains, I like a little bit of Applebee's, a little Fridays, but I don't go to those all the time.
Okay. Have you what's the? Oh wait, you in Jacksonville? What's his name? That rap with Trina. Don't he got a restaurant in Miami?
Oh, I'm never going there.
You never going there?
I'm never going
I
there.
heard he got pretty good food.
It's
soul food.
He tried to talk about Beyonce's on Beyonce's.
Oh my gosh. That's why you not going.
He said
I gotta stay away from I gotta stay away from all the drama, because after he opened his mouth and said that she don't know how to sing, I'm like, come on, bro, what crack are you smoking? Like, you can honestly say that this woman can sing circles around a lot of people. Okay, she doesn't need auto-tune. For you to open up your mouth and say that Beyonce cannot sing, that's just, you need to get bad reviews on your restaurant, just off of GP, just general purpose. Okay, and that's what they did. They were like, I will never go to. Yeah,
their beehive told him up.
Did they? I didn't hear about all the backlash. Yes. I know he said it, but
come on now, you can't
Lord, you can't look at these
good Lord's internet and talk about Beyonce.
You cannot.
Man, she's untouchable.
She is.
Just leave her alone. Look, when they start talking about it, I'm gonna go ahead and walk out. I'm gonna head out. I don't even want to deal with nothing about this conversation.
Don't stick that finger up and like, let me go ahead and exit.
You ain't gonna ruin my business. So thank you.
So, what's your favorite snack?
Favorite M&Ms, peanut M&Ms.
Oh my god, I love those. Yes. What you gonna say?
Peanut M&Ms, and I also like eating dry Fruit Loops, just out the box.
Really? I haven't had dry cereal in a while.
Yes.
Corn Pops is for me.
Corn Pops? I haven't had Corn Pops.
Don't eat it. Don't. You ain't missing nothing.
Corn Pops.
Corn Pops are disgusting.
Nah, man.
I ate that when I didn't know no better.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's not it. That's not it.
Okay. Still eat mine.
What's your favorite thing to eat for breakfast? Do you have a favorite breakfast?
I don't eat breakfast much. I don't. Real time, I'm lying. I eat a Wawa. Have you heard of Wawas?
Yeah.
The breakfast burritos. Yeah, I eat that. I eat that in the morning. But it's breakfast burrito.
Okay. Yeah, I used to go to Wawa when it was cold to get that like white chocolate, hot chocolate. Yeah. They had pretty good.
They're good for their subs.
They are, especially late night. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They don't have Wawas here where we're at, but when I stay in Virginia, they're up there a lot. Do. You have any more?
I do.
Questions.
Currently, I'm right with you with the whole watermelon experiment.
Oh my goodness,
bro! You are killing it with the bro. When you did
the finger exercises, I was so weak. I was like the weights. I said, yes, come on, train these fingers, get them ready.
People that just watched that specific video, like, why the hell is he weight training his finger? But you have to go back to videos,
to see it.
You know what I'm saying, to when I did it. So I was like, you know what? I ain't gonna let these people run me through the ground, because that's all they're like. You forgot the toothpick. You forgot this. I like that damn.
Yeah, so you went back.
Not gonna make a difference. So I went back. The first one was at Publix, and then the one today was at Walmart. And so I was like, well, let me just go try it. And so and then even after I did it and I showed them it didn't work, people were like, oh, you didn't put the toothpick. Right. Like, yeah, you have to go to the vineyards and get it off. I'm like, well, damn, you want me to travel
down
south
to get this watermelon? Y'all ain't say all that. Y'all just said watermelon.
But those comments are hilarious. Like, and I try to think of extra things that would like try to make it fun. Because that was a spur of my like, you know what? Let me go to Sporting Goods and let me work my fingers out real quick and just film it. And it's those little small things that you don't even think that like make the video. So, but I'm interested in doing more things like that, like just debunking, TikTok and Instagram viral food hacks, like they like to call it, because it seems to be a thing. So I don't know, the way that my pressure goes up doing these videos is like, y'all been having me stressed out.
Look, because I mean, when I saw the video and he did it, and I was like, huh?
That's what I said too. I was like, "There's no way."
I feel like it was pre-cut. Honestly, I feel like
that's what I think so too.
Yeah,
I think so. It was pre-cut, but what they're saying is that like in the vineyard, like when they're growing on the vines, whatever, that like they're getting ready to bust, and so they're so full of water, so that when any little small thing, like I saw one dude, he put his thumb in there and it popped out, and I was like, no. Ain't no way. And so they say that the ones that are in water in Walmart and your stores, they already hardened, so those are not gonna bust. So I was like, okay, well, I tried. I gave y'all 3 good videos.
Right.
Two of them, me trying it. So yeah, you just have to thank the Lord.
Right. I thought those videos was great. I was like, oh, he went to work out. I was.
Yeah, I actually saw that one earlier today.
Yeah, but also I know when you were saying that because I think you're an R&B guy and you like the 90s. I can tell you like the 90s.
Yes, I'm really a church boy. I've been raised in the church. I sing praise and worship at my current church, and so, but like that era, there's nothing like you can't tell me there's a better era of music than 1970s to the like. I'm gonna barely give it to the 2000s, like the early 2000s, and that's it. Anything after 2005, it's a wrap. That was the best time. And then the genre, like when we were growing up, we had the Boys to Men. We had even New Kids on the Block, the NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, Kenny G, Johnny Gill, LSG, Key Sweat. You had so much music to vibe off of. And that's our life music.
Right.
That's like anytime we hear any of those songs, we know exactly what we were doing, who we were with, and we ain't had no business doing what we were supposed to be doing.
You're right.
And so, they bring us back to heartbreaks. They bring us back to relationships that, we cherish. And so I think that's what makes the Quiet Storm for Foodies. That's what makes, because people, it's not so much the food. Okay, I like the food. Excuse me. I like good food. But when they hear the music or they hear me like remixing the music,
right,
I think that's what kind of sets the tone for the videos.
Because it's kind of like you put a whole because of what it reminds me of is when Keith Sweat does his Sweat Hotel vibe.
Sweat Hotel.
I was like, yes, here we go. Working it with
absolutely
food.
I absolutely code switch. Like this is my regular talking voice. So when everybody hears me, like, now it's time for the Quiet Storm for Foodies. It's a totally different kind of voice. I drop it down just a little bit, and I just, I want to be a radio person. So let me just work on it. That's what I wanted to be when I was young. I was like, I want to work in radio, TV, and so everybody like, you got a radio voice. Let's do it. Do podcasts. Do things that'll make me go to sleep. Just talk. Just talking, and send it to me. I promised, like the messages, like, can you do something for meditation? And like if I can just do it, I would. But there's nowhere for me to start. There's so many other things going on in my life that like in order for me to stop, make some meditation music or just talk, like people just now it's time for you to go to sleep. Close your eyes, lay in the bed, let the bed soak you in. Oh, go into that pillow. That's what they want. Like they send me messages like all the time. Like, no, I don't have time.
Really?
Yes, I don't have time to be making.
They probably give you instructions on how to do. Just do it this way and send it back.
But you know what? Yeah, and I was like, look, if that's what you want, you send me what you want me to say, because I cannot say anything verbatim off the top of my head to make you go to sleep. All you're doing is listening to my voice.
Would you ever consider doing that? I mean, clearly charge people.
Absolutely. Yes. If you're going to pay me, absolutely. I'll do it all day, every day. But if you ain't paying me, then what? I mean,
what are we doing?
People get it twisted. Yeah. A lot of people get it twisted. Like, I get DMs where like, how much do I have to pay you in order to get, on the Quiet Storm? For like, you ain't got to pay me nothing. I do it because I want to do it. Now, if I was that kind of person, you know what I'm saying? Then that's a different story.
Right.
But that's not necessarily the case.
Wow. I don't know. That's shocking to me that people like, yeah, I want you to talk me to sleep. Right? That's just shocking.
People will come out of nowhere just talking like, why? What even gave you enough, gumption to even DM me something like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they'd be like, Just want to go to sleep. Can you talk to me to sleep? Can you read a story? I'm like,
is that a little
what kind,
creepy?
like,
I don't know.
do you want
I
me
don't
to
know.
read 50 Shades of Grey? Like, what do you want me to read?
Like, is that a little creepy? Though? Is that a little creepy?
Right.
I don't know. That might be a block for me. I'm like,
Yeah. That's a lot of what I get.
Wow.
So is that the weirdest like request you've gotten in your DM? You think would be that, or are there weirder stories?
No, that's those are the weird ones. I mean, then you get the ones like, "Are you married?" Yes, very much married.
It's always somebody trolling
Very much
doing
married.
that.
19 years strong, married. Don't try and come up here, Jezebel.
Well, I know. Come on now.
Right.
That's
so, but that's very few and far between. Most of it's just crazy people. Like, can you do this cooking with white people thing? And that's pretty much it.
Wow.
Have you been spotted out in public yet?
Good one.
No, you been no.
Really?
Like the video today, they were like, "I know that Walmart. I didn't know you were in Jacksonville." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm from Jacksonville," but nobody's like, I haven't heard nobody like cooking with white people. I've you know what I'm saying, I haven't been walking and heard that or wait a damn minute. So I have not. I'm yet to hear that.
Or just see you just start screaming, just
right.
Hey, just wait. As soon as you get that blue check,
man, I hope so. I can't wait. I'm hoping that it opens more doors. You know, I was thinking about starting to do things like, you know, just take like Ciroc, because there'd been a couple of people that have tagged Diddy and be like, "Hey, this is the voice you want for Ciroc." So I was like, you know, let me just go ahead and do one and just see how it goes. But their Instagram is not. They don't have reels. They're just long advertisements. So I would have to download it, upload it, record next to it, and then upload it again. So it's a process to do like longer than 60 seconds. So
that'll be dope. I think you should
definitely worth a try.
Yeah, why not?
All
they can say is yes or no. Right. I mean, that's the only answer they can give you. So.
Right. They'll reach out to you in your DM.
Yeah, I just gotta make sure I see it.
I was just about to say that you make sure you check it. And approve them.
Don't be like T-Pain.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It was T-Pain. T-Pain was like, I don't know how in the hell I got all these DMs, and I didn't even know there was some. Like, he had a whole bunch of verified. Like, hey, can we work it? He lost a lot of money not checking his DMs.
Wow.
Absolutely. I was like, that's crazy. How do you not know that? I guess it's just, I mean, you know, when you're a celebrity like that, you don't really post much. It's just you go on the app, you take a picture, post whatever, and then you don't really check your comments or your things of that nature. So I can see.
Right.
Poor him.
Make sure you check your DMs. Are you checking your DMs? Don't miss no money now.
Right. Ain't no money in there.
You don't know. You don't know unless you check.
I check, but you know, you get a few people that want you to do weird sponsorship. You be like, no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I get that too. You want to? They asked me to do some it was a women's clothing line. I'm like, do y'all even read the room? Like, full grown bearded man, and you want me to be an ambassador? All I see is women's clothing. Women's clothing. Like, what do you want me to do? I can't work with this.
Right.
Wow.
Like, no, I'm not doing that.
Wow, that's crazy to me. I just love hearing people's stories about their social media DMs and things of that nature, because, you know, just some of the things that you think people would never do, that would never cross your mind to even ask somebody else to do.
Right.
Somebody has to go to just slide on in there. And you're just like, wait, what? You want me to do what for what? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, sir. We're not doing that.
I think the best ones are like, you know what? You made my day. You know, you always get the ones like, you're trash, or, you know, things like that. But the best ones, like, to let you know that you're doing okay, is that, man, you made my day. You're like, I was doing bad and your video came across, and, you know what I'm saying, I enjoyed it. And it totally changed my outcome on life or perspective and stuff like that. So, you know, those are like, okay, all right, I can continue doing this for a while.
Nice.
So those are the ones that are special, though.
Nice.
Love to hear that.
That's what's up right there, man.
You have anything else you want to add?
No, man, I'm just glad that he was, you know, was able to grace us
with his presence.
And
Oh, thank you,
this
man.
interview.
Look. I was like, I saw the Instagram. I like, wait a minute. And I ran over here like, oh Lord, I done missed my opportunity. And then when I popped up, you guys were like, if this Negro don't hurry,
we both was over here trying to figure like how can we contact
right? Because
him?
he was on your I guess your link tree. I was like, I wish we had a number for him. I said, listen, we're gonna do DM and email.
Yeah,
And,
I actually had that up on Instagram, and somebody was like, "Hey, your number is visible," and I thought he was just trying to be funny. But when I looked, I'm like, "Yo, can you imagine the amount of text messages you would get like if you leave your number up on there?"
right.
So I took that down immediately and just put in the email in there. But yeah, I when I saw it, I was like, "Oh, let me go ahead and get into this closet real quick."
Yeah, it's all good. So we have come to this segment of the show. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. So this segment of the show is known as our AMP topic.
Okay.
All right. So our question for this episode is, since we are talking about food, what do you consider a romantic food?
Ooh. A romantic food. Strawberries are romantic food. Chocolate covered strawberries. I guess but some people would say spaghetti is a romantic food.
Really? Well, I guess you sucking on the same noodle and kiss.
Yeah,
Lady
like
in the Tramp.
Everybody doing that.
Nah, I don't know. Like pasta, maybe. I don't really think of food romantic. Like that's the most romantic thing I think of is
chocolate
strawberries. Like you feeding strawberries, grapes. It's things of that nature. That's very romantic. You know what I'm saying? You're on the beach, or in the Airbnb, and something like that. You're on vacation. You're away from the kids. Strawberry. I don't think of anything else other than that being romantic food. What about y'all?
Well, I mean, you can add to it. You got grapes, cherries, bananas.
Yes. Banana. Oh, I guess chocolate covered bananas.
Yeah. Banana split, however you wanna.
A banana split.
Yeah.
Ice cream.
Or you got the condiments. You got whipped cream. Yeah.
Yes. Definitely the whipped cream.
I'm surprised you ain't said grapefruit.
Grapes. Oh, this is a PG show, right? This is a family show.
Just hits the eyes.
I purposely left it out.
I'm sitting over here like.
I purposely left that out. But since we went there.
I that's what your mind. I just said grapefruit.
No, I didn't even say it. You brought it up.
It's fruit. You cut it up and eat it like
that's
everything else.
different kind of romantic. That's when you've had a little bit too much wine. That kind of romantic.
Shoot, it's one of them real special occasions right there.
Yeah, that's that 20-year anniversary.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a nice little list. If I had to say anything, what immediately comes to my mind are the strawberries, like both of you have said, and then oysters. I don't like oysters, but
yes, that is yes, oysters, absolutely.
Those would be the two that
I don't know. I think crab legs are romantic. I love.
What about shrimp?
Shrimp. Yeah. Coconut shrimp.
Okay.
Definitely not. Immediately no. What you say? Immediately?
No, not coconut shrimp.
Not coconut. I don't like coconut. Just regular shrimp. You all right over there?
Yeah, I'm good. I ain't had these headphones on in a while. They got a little sweaty.
A little sweat.
A little sweat.
Okay. Well, we are so thankful again for you joining us. This was fun.
Thank you so much.
I hope you enjoyed yourself.
I did. This is great.
We so appreciate you. Is there anything else you want to add?
Just thank you, man. Just thank you. Just thank you because you took a chance, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you for having me.
You reach out to people all the time that's famous or people who's gone viral on social media, and then you just get lost in the sauce, and they might hit you, be like, "Oh, they responded."
Yeah.
And then it's just a quick, "Yeah, maybe give me a second," and then be like, "Okay, no follow up." All right.
Yeah.
No, I try to like. I mean, with stuff like this, it's always a great opportunity because I mean, you never know. You never know. Like 2 or 3 years from now, you guys will be on network TV doing this, or your podcast is #1 on iTunes and Spotify, and here I am, little old Nate, the Quiet Storm for Foodies host, and you know what I'm saying,
He's
like
gonna be a master chef.
So you never know. Like, so any opportunity that I get, I absolutely jump to it because you never know what life holds.
Yeah.
And where people are God's taking people. So
that's right.
Just gotta make it happen. Make it do what it do.
That's right. Well, listen, everybody, I want to thank all of our listeners for joining us here on today. Hope you have enjoyed this episode. Hey, why are you looking like that? I thought you was excited.
I am.
Okay, fix your face.
See, the listeners would have never known
fix
that
your
I
face.
had a different face. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much. All right, be sure to follow us on all our social media platforms. We are on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. It's Bay like to say we on
everything.
Well, we on everything, so be sure to follow us. Until next time, y'all, remember, love is patient, love is kind. Be sure to join us here next time. Peace.